So as you can tell, big Spurs fan. Got the Spurs hoodie on. But yeah, I mean, so I guess that's the first thing I'll talk about. So obviously this year's not going very well for the San Antonio Spurs. It might be a struggle, not gonna lie, for the next year, maybe 2 years, following this year. I mean, there are some bright spots for sure, and I like the way that the front office is filling out the team through the draft rather than signing a bunch of guys, because in my opinion, when you sign a bunch of guys, there's a lot more room for error in, like, let's say, okay, you sign somebody, a big name free agent, they come in, they think, you know, since I'm getting paid all this money, since I've been in the league for longer, since I, you know, have all this experience and all these achievements, I kind of run the team, and that's the case on a lot of teams. But, and then, you know, things start to go haywire. You saw in Brooklyn this year, probably going to see in Phoenix, maybe in LA, with the Clippers, you know, and on all these teams that, like, these super teams, the common theme is there's so many guys making supermax to max contracts, wanting all this money, or getting all this money, and not getting a championship because of there's too many egos in one locker room. And so I think building through the draft is a lot safer, I would say, because, like, okay, say a couple guys don't work out, it's not that big of a deal. You're not putting your whole team in turmoil, if that makes sense. By the way, this isn't my normal voice. I'm heavily congested right now. I've been sick for the last couple of days. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, it's like, okay, yeah, it takes longer. Like, you look at the Mavericks, they went from horrible to pretty good, but through the draft, I mean, Luka, right, obviously, and then they still signed Kyrie, anyway, traded for Kyrie, yeah, anyway, but anyway, like I was saying, I mean, the Spurs have a good core. I'm hoping they can build upon that core, because I really, just if I'm being honest, Trey Jones isn't your future starting point guard, probably, on a championship team. Vassell, I do really like. He's a three-way level scorer. You know, he isn't a liability on defense. He's not, I mean, like a lockdown defender, but he's got the size to be a good two in the NBA. And then Keldon, I really like him. I do. I think Pop wants him to come off the bench, just build like a future sixth man, which I kind of like that idea. Shooter, defender off the bench, can give you 30 sometimes. That's always a good thing to have off the bench. Can run the bench unit easily, and also is a guy that you're going to have it in the fourth quarter. You know, what's your best five out there to close out a game. And then also, let's see, you've got Sohan. I really like Sohan. Big Baylor fan as well. He doesn't possess a ton of like crazy skill. He's got the size. He's got the got the playmaking ability for a 4 rather than a 1, like they were trying to put him at. And then at the 5, obviously, I would say is way better than the 5. So throughout the lineup, other than obviously the 1 spot, you have size, which if any position is small, I'd want it to be my 1, because, you know, like, I think that speaks for itself. And then, yeah, so I guess that's all for today, because it's school. See you in the next one. Peace.